Cheerio stuff because she knew all the signs. She had that Farmer's Almanac calendar that she got at the insurance company every year.
Yeah.
And that woman lived by the signs on that calendar. It was, I mean, she'd tell you, oh, no, we can't plant potatoes in the sign of the bowels. They'll rot. Well, I didn't know what that meant.
What does that mean?
Well, there's just a certain time of the year when the moon's in a certain phase at a something whatever, according to that calendar. And if you plant your potatoes at that point, chances are they will rot and won't grow. And it turns out that that's true. I don't know about the sign of the bowels and all that, but it's true because there tends to be rainy periods
during the sign of the bowels.
After that time. And if you've got your potatoes down there, they'll rot. Those potato pieces will rot. Too much moisture.
Yeah.
But I don't know that she knew all that. She just knew on that calendar.
Yeah. She went by that calendar.
That calendar said it's time to plant. And that woman planted. Yeah.
And evidently, from what you're saying, she had a bunch of food.
Well, she had all we needed. Everything we ate at her house, she grew or killed, with the exception of Cheerios.
Would she prepare it a stew or something, or would this just be straight up? She'd chop up the vegetables and put it in the jar, and then the process would start.
Yeah, it would. At whatever season she was harvesting, and it was an all-year process. Right up till winter. From the time in the spring she got certain things, and in the summer got other crops, and in the fall got other crops. Mm-hmm. And whatever it was that was in season, she would come in and prepare. And like in the fall, we'd do soup beans. Mm-hmm. And we'd put up enough soup beans to eat till next fall. And we'd take October beans and we'd snap them and shell them and get those beans out and put them all in a giant pot. And she'd take them in there and cook them down. And then she'd put them in these mason jars and put them in the pressure canner. Mm-hmm. And that can still hear that thing on top of it. It had a little round metal ball on top of it that would rattle.
My grandmother used to do that.
And then she'd take them out and let them cool. And then she had a cellar that was literally, it was a basement, but it was a dugout hole in the ground under the house with shelves on it. And you go down there and she'd have all the October beans, all the soup beans in one place, and all the tomatoes. She canned tomatoes, pickles, green beans, beets. Yeah. And that's what we ate all year. I mean, that's just the way you live. Mm-hmm. And then she would go to the store and buy supplement. Right. So she'd buy flour and that kind of stuff, coffee.
Your
Staples, yeah. But now a lot of folks are going back to that, and it makes so much sense. It's like
from a cost saving.
Yeah, absolutely. Well, I mean, if you know what you're doing, you're going to save money.
Is that the reason you're doing? Is it a cost saving thing, or is
partially
it just a new adventure for you, new challenge?
It's a little bit of all that. It's like, you know what, that it makes sense. So we ought to be doing it. And number two. If you are concerned about if an environment is a thing for you, if you can get the vegetables from down on John's Island, even if you can't grow them, if you buy them locally, and you put them up and you eat them all year, then you're eliminating all that transportation and the damage from the environment of all that stuff, shipping them in from Mexico and Florida and California.
So you're not doing it for food insurance reasons.
And then that's the other one too. You don't know, man.
In a hole somewhere.
You never know.
The only thing you have is your food left.
I mean, I'm looking at the possibility. What happens if you lose your job? How are you going to eat? I mean, you got a basement, you got a closet full of food. Then you don't have to worry about it. You can make it 6 months.
Now, do you know how to prepare the food?
I'm reading up on it.
I mean, with some decent recipes and stuff.
Well, it's not a whole lot of recipe into it. You just you
open a can.
You boil it, you cook it, you steam it. I mean, whatever it is that you do to prepare the food.
Sounds good.
The cucumbers you take and you put them in the vinegar, and you make pickles out of them. And I mean, it just seems to me like it would be an adventure.
I don't think TJ's going to be making any special sauces or anything like that.
No, I'm not going to be making jelly or anything.
When he cooks his beans, he's going to heat them up and he's going to eat them.
I just want soup beans that I can open the can on and pour out in the pot. That's all.
Like that. Yeah, there you
go.
But I mean, I want to get in one of those.
Does your wife know you're doing this?
We've talked about it. I don't think she's excited about it as I am.
Because isn't she going through this whole thing about you getting rid of stuff, and now you're you're a hoarder. I'm letting you know.
No, I'm not.
This is one of the signs. Another one of the signs that you're a hoarder. It's like
because I want to can my own food.
You got rid of all your stuff, and now you want to bring more stuff in.
Oh, I've been planning on this for a year or so. I've been studying up on this for a year or so.
Uh-huh.
But I don't.
When's this going to happen?
Well, I have to decide whether I can actually. Whether I can do doing the gardening is what worries me.
Yeah.
I'm not sure that I have the knowledge and the ability to actually grow food.
But
I can go buy
to the
it.
farmer's
I can go to the farmer's market, or I can if I don't think there's any of them available, but you have to kind of wait till somebody dies. You can get in one of those farmer co-op things because they fill up.
Yeah.
And then you just can't get in anymore.
Well, you got some area if you get back to Colorado, could you plant some stuff out there? I mean,
Yeah, they got but the growing season out there is about 4 days. I mean, you got
that's right. I forgot.
you get up that high, there's not a lot
So
of
whatever
growing
you
season.
grow and can, you got to do here.
Well, yeah, I mean, I could do some out there.
Yeah.
But here I'd probably just try to get go to the farmer's market or get hooked up on Johns Island, one of those co-ops,
Sure.
and just get whatever's in season and can it.
Yeah.
And then put it on a shelf.
That sounds like a lot of fun.
It's no different. I mean, it takes no more room than going to the grocery store and buying junk and filling the shelves up with cans and bottles and stuff.
It's just a whole lot easier.
Huh?
It's just a whole lot easier.
I bet just something about opening a can that you did yourself. Yeah.
See, I don't trust myself enough to know that food would be edible in 6 months.
I mean, it's not like I'm going to go to slaughtering pigs or anything. I'll let Cordrays handle all that for me. I'll just,
Well, you're not supposed to do that during the sign of the bowel.
Well, exactly. 8:40 at WEZL.